What's up, y'all?
That's Claressa.
Getting my hair done.
Yeah. He gonna say you can sing.
I can sing a little bit. I don't like singing in front of people, though. You know, singing is so judgmental. See, it ain't like fighting. If you know how to fight, you know how to fight.
Right, she said it, you heard her. He said he ain't never seen a fighter that can sing, though.
Yeah, I think I'm the first.
She do both.
Yeah, so why I wouldn't lie to talk to y'all about something. Oh, the Sonny Liston documentary that showed yesterday on Showtime. Who all watched it? Raise your hand if y'all watched it. Go on a mass thing. I should go on there. What's up, Box Sweet Science 2.0?
Yeah, they rescheduled the fight for January 10th.
Hello. I'm saying hello, I'm on the phone. So y'all watched it. So, from that documentary, it really, I wish it would have shown more of him talking. They shadow blocking your Instagram page. Why? What's shadow blocking mean? You know what shadow blocking mean?
What's that?
I don't know. But, so watching that documentary and seeing how Sonny Liston was raised up,
Okay, I'll call you later.
they are shadow blocking. What the hell is shadow blocking? When someone looks for you. And what that mean? They can't find you.
What?
Well, I've reported all those pages that got the same name as me. And I don't know why they won't delete them. I've reported every last one of them. Because this started happening back when I was at the Canelo fight. And everybody there was like, what's your Instagram? And I kept giving it to them. They're like, oh, like mine was showing up last or whatever. No, people was able to find me. Just got to go through all these different pages. So I don't know. Honestly, I don't have no idea. But off of that, I watched the documentary, and Sonny Liston wasn't a bad dude, you know what I'm saying? He had his past, and, you know, did his time, but when he got out, I think he really was trying to, when he got out of jail, he really was trying to be a good person and be a great fighter and champion. And the way that the media portrayed him and put him out there in the media, especially at a time where blacks wasn't even looked at as being as being human. Just to get up off of here. Looked at as being human. He stood for it. You know, he's a great fighter. And I found it so heartbreaking that he really wanted to be accepted by the media. He really wanted to be loved by them, loved by the fans, loved by the people and everything. And I have to say, as I sat there and I watched it, right? I sat there and I watched it. The same way that they treated Sonny Liston back then is the same way that I'm being treated now, and I'm a female fighter. And in a way, I was just like, it's kind of destined for me to see this, because I know how the world works. It kind of puts you where it needs you to. God puts you where He wants you to be at, and you see and meet people you need to meet. And I'm watching the documentary, and I'm thinking about just my whole boxing career, and how I've been nothing but positive throughout my whole thing. You know, I've been positive. I've been a person of the people. I go and talk to kids. I got my own Claressa Shields Foundation. Man, and just on top of that, just like being a strong woman. And from the day that I turned pro, even back when I was in the amateurs, they always try to say like, oh, she called herself the greatest woman of all time. Oh, she thinks she don't give credit to the women before her. Like, they come up with all this bullshit and never have truly given me my props. And I don't see why I got to keep fighting this stereotype of me being ghetto and fighting this stereotype of me being a terrible person when I ain't never did shit. That's where I'm going to. Like, Sonny Liston did a whole lot of stuff in his past that to where people judged him by. I've never done nothing, and I'm still getting judged by it. I'm getting judged because I'm from Flint, Michigan, and I'm a fighter, and I'm one of the baddest motherfuckers out there, and I'm being judged on that, and people are intimidated because I'm a strong woman, right? And me just saying that, it's like, honestly, I've never needed validation from the media. I've never needed a validation from the fans on how great I am, because people have been telling me that I'm not great and that women don't belong in boxing since I started. So with me saying that, I'm not going to continue to hide who I am and not be who I am, because that's just not good for my health. And I'm saying that as in I don't care to be accepted by a nobody, you know. And I've been in this boxing journey. I'm the only one getting in the ring, taking them punches. I'm the only one on that treadmill running, losing that weight, eating healthy, starving. I'm the only one doing that. So from now on, just for any of your fans and to the media, beware if you come at me with some bullshit, especially leading up to this fight. After this fight, I'm cutting it to you straight raw. And that's just for anybody, because I'm not going to sit back and tolerate disrespect just because I'm a black woman and I'm trying not to fit the stereotype that everybody has been putting on me, that I've never even showed any of that. Like my whole life has been boxing 24/7. I'm a boxer. I train 2 or 3 times a day. I go from 185 pounds to 154 or 160. Like, I do what I got to do, and my whole life has been boxing. And I've never been to jail. I ain't never killed nobody, stabbed nobody. I ain't never been shot at. I've never even held a gun to shoot at anybody. And for people to put that stereotype on me, like, I'm just not going to accept. I'm not going to accept it, and I'm gonna put y'all in y'all place. So even the stuff about, like, with the stuff with Bashir Ali, like I said, I ain't never did nothing outside the ring that has hurt my career. I've always been a bigger person, been a better person. I've always tried to walk away from situations, all that. So I'm not gonna let nobody, including Ivana, sit there and try to call me a thug and try to degrade my character that I worked so hard for 13 years. 13. I'm boxing since I was 11 years old, and I'm 24. So I'm not gonna let even Ivana or nobody from her team or nobody in the media try to discredit who I am and how I am, and try to put me out there to be a bad person because I'm from Flint, Michigan, and I grew up like this, and I went through all this stuff. Yeah, I went through all this stuff, and I'm the baddest motherfucker out there. And I believe in God, and I done everything right in my career to be where I am today. I've taken the biggest and baddest challenges, and I've beat everybody. So for people to come at me and just try to say, "Oh, she a thug," this ain't nobody has ever seen me do anything that has that wasn't ladylike, except for if y'all caught trash talking not ladylike. But that's your own issue. Honestly, that's your own issue. If you got a problem with a woman fighter who getting in there beating people up, if you got a problem about her talking about how strong and how powerful and how fast she is, you need to go look in the damn mirror and ask yourself, how come you're not saying the same thing about yourself? Because if I'm in the gym and I can bench 180 pounds, hello, if I can squat a whole bunch of weight, if I can run 5 miles in 35 minutes, 40 minutes, you need to ask yourself, why are you mad at me for me being proud of myself, and why aren't you proud of yourself? That's what you need to be asking yourself, instead of everybody always looking at me. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm just letting y'all know, like, look, I don't want nobody, y'all gonna feel how y'all feel, but I'm letting y'all know right now, I worked too hard in my boxing career to let any of y'all from the media, any of y'all fans, anybody try to make me feel like I'm not a good person. Any of y'all, and if anybody come to me and say anything out the way, I'm telling you now, y'all can talk about being the bigger person. I'm going to be the bigger person the way that I know how and the way that I want to. And I'm going to cut into you straight raw. So if you come at me and you think, oh, she just going to not answer that or she going to, no, I'm not. I'm just going to let you know I'm going to let you know what the real is, because I'm not insecure about nothing that has happened to me, anything in my life. I pick myself up plenty of times. I've never been beat in the ring, but I've been beat in life a couple times, and I always pick myself back up and continue to go. And like nothing is going to break me. Nobody. So I'm talking about this because Sonny Liston felt like he felt so heartbroken because people did not care about him, because nobody gave him his props in his boxing world. And I wish I would have came up back in this time, because I would have told him, you don't need validation from nobody. Nobody. Do you know? It wasn't nobody else who came out and said Muhammad Ali was the greatest of all time. He did that. He did that. And if he would have never spoke what was inside of him, none of us would know. None of us would know. And just crazy how around like this time where Sonny Liston was looked at as just this evil and bad person, they even looked at people who were Muslim, as in Muhammad Ali, who joined and just had turned Muslim. And he even changed his name. And people were scared of him. But he never did nothing outside the ring for anybody to ever look at him that way. And Muhammad Ali, the difference between him and Sonny Liston was Muhammad Ali was unapologetic about who he was. And that's what I'm going to do. I am unapologetic about who I am. And I'm not going to let nobody, I'm telling you, for y'all reporters, for y'all media, for y'all fans, for y'all haters, I'm telling y'all, do not come fucking with me. I'm telling you, look, you've been warned. I know somebody on here screen recording. Yeah, go ahead and screen record, because I'm telling y'all, do not come messing with me, because I'm not the one, period. I'm not going to let you say what you want to say to me. I'm not going to let you try to think you're going to say something to me and get away with it. Definitely letting you put your hands on me. But the thing is, I'm not going to let you disrespect me. That's what y'all have to understand. It's already been too much disrespect in women's boxing already. I'm not letting none of y'all disrespect me. So y'all can ask the questions that y'all got to ask, but just know I'm going to keep it simple. And I'm going to get straight to the point. Yeah, I know y'all be on here screen recording. It don't even matter, because that's why my page is open to the public. But I'm letting y'all know now, like, people, y'all up here seeking validation from people who don't give a damn about you. It's crazy. I mean, like, just some of the stories that I just heard watching this Sonny Liston documentary, it made me so sad. And then it made me have to waking up and talk to myself and say, man, I really don't need validation from y'all. Because at the end of the day, I'm the one who negotiate my purse. I'm the one who have to run. I'm the one who get in the ring and take them punches and get them punches. I'm the only one. I'm the only one. And so that's why I've never asked anybody, do you think do you agree with me when I say I'm the greatest woman of all time? It don't matter what you think. It don't matter what you think. You just go out there and find a girl that can beat me. You either cheer for me or cheer against me. And that's that. But I'm not going to let nobody try to make it seem like I'm just a terrible person, because I already know for a fact that I'm not. And I'm not about to keep going on my way to prove that I'm not a terrible person.